Hey backpackers, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Traveling United. Europe is a diverse and fascinating continent that spreads a decent portion of the planet. Within that continent is a whole load of great countries, and yes, within those countries lies a sea of cities that both intrigue and mystify us. In many of those cities, there are people of all ages that love to experience a great night out, and today we're going to separate the luxury options from the not so luxury options. You can make your own mind up as to the validity of the claims, but either way, you're going to have a good time in these destinations. Number 8, Florence. Some cities are legitimately just born to host the rich and famous, and Florence qualifies in that category. There's just something so wonderfully rustic and different about the way in which they operate, from the locals all the way through to the maintaining of their phenomenal architecture. Just picture it. A cool, calm, and collected Italian bar that serves until the early hours, and you're embraced by all the beautiful people that reside within. That's the beating heart of Florence, and we love it in every way, shape, and form. Number 7, Seville. Barcelona and Madrid tend to receive most of the plaudits in regards to mainland Spain and everything the two cities have to offer. In reality though, extending the net beyond these two destinations will allow you to realize that there's so much more out there to explore. Such an example would be Seville, which has an old school Spanish feel, but also has an urban culture that blends in well with the money that has been pumped into the city over the years. It tussles with Valencia for the third spot in the eyes of many, but we tend to lean towards Seville. Number 6, Moscow. Some say it's intimidating and there's value to such an opinion, but at the end of the day, Moscow is all class on the drinking scene, in the center more so than anything else. Vodka is their tipple of choice, and the focus on that can be felt throughout the city, but regardless of which beverage you choose, there's always a chilled out vibe in the more elite establishments over there. When you wander back through the main square at night, it certainly feels much more businesslike than most cities, but it works. Number 5, Paris. The City of Love hasn't earned the title by being overrated. Sure, in many eyes, it could do with a bit of a facelift, but unfortunately, most of the money for that project is going towards Notre Dame. In truth, what the city has left over is just fine for most. The traditional French menus, music, and style of the restaurants and clubs ensure that you can quite literally have any sort of night out that you desire. Paris is on the rise again, even though most won't see that. Number 4, Vienna. Vienna is one of those cities where it's pretty difficult to find even so much as a crumb on the floor because it's so clean. That resonates with the way that they get down when the day turns into night, from the rooftop bars all the way down through the underground. Diversity and range are important in establishing a city that serves up a great night out, and Vienna has that. It's a bit quieter and more unassuming, but we enjoy that given it isn't quite so paint by numbers when compared to the rest of Europe. Number 3, Oslo. We aren't going to pretend like this isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. Of course it is. It's Norway. Thankfully though, it's made more than worth it as a direct result of the Norwegians' ability to party. It's not so difficult to seek out the truly high-end stuff that goes on in the city, mainly because there's just so much of it. They certainly love their drink, but there's a limit to it. And there's also a classy dress code more often than not, which is always appreciated. Number 2, Budapest. There seem to be two sides of the drinking game over in Budapest. You've got your dive bars and karaoke clubs, which are absolutely amazing, and then on the flip side, you've got the elite establishments that feature bottomless champagne and a whole lot of live music. There are so many hidden gems within the Hungarian capital that you'll almost be spoilt for choice. Sure, Zemplakert is a must visit, but walk a few hundred yards down the road and you'll discover something entirely different. That's the beauty of Buda. Number 1, Zurich. Head on down to the Niederdorf if you're looking for a big club scene, or alternatively, just bar hop and realize just how luxurious the lifestyle is in a city like Zurich. You often need to have quite a bit of money just to live there in a sustainable manner, and there's nothing wrong with that. The value of great food and drink can't be understated, especially in a city that fully understands what it means to embrace the tourism culture and leave people wanting to come back for more. It's fabulous. So guys, that's all for today's video. Share as much as you can as it really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With that, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.